Okay, so
All right, there's a plot twist on this week.
So it's Thursday night. This is our last Facebook Live of the year. Both of us are a little punch drunk, and not because we've been drinking any punch.
She's been
It's
running
been a
around.
long day.
I got a liquor cabinet back there.
It's been a long couple days. You've been hitting it hard?
Little
I thought
sips.
you were working. I thought that was hummus. Not so much on the hummus. All right. Now we know what the hummus is going on.
Why did you turn down the water?
Well, because it was splashing me. So I'll turn it back
Turn
up
it up.
again. Yeah, it was splashing me. I'm already
All right, Angie's got a surprise for you and me.
mostly
Since
for
it's
him.
Christmas,
Yeah.
that makes her the secret Santa.
So last week we talked about doing a sort of a black box kind of theme, or we were taking suggestions from the audience about what people might want to learn. So the two biggest suggestions were
Extra protein.
the two big suggestions were appetizers and a black box.
Okay.
So maybe we can do both.
Let's get to the.
So
I don't know. We'll see.
So he has no idea what the ingredients are that I chose. I decided I would choose 3 ingredients from product we have here in the store. We had fresh products here, so I thought, probably it's stuff you would have in your refrigerator at home. He has access to our full
Snails, frogs.
foie gras and snails.
Ooh. We can do 4.
No, there's none of that. So he obviously has access to our full pantry, which is extensive.
I just pulled up like little condiments that I normally use every day, like sherry vinegar, maple syrup, shelching. I use these every kind of. Tabasco, pomegranate, hazelnuts, pea lettuces,
A cucumber, good
a
measure.
large cucumber, and yeah, I'm excited.
Okay, so this should be really interesting. So, have you ever done a black box competition?
Not aggressively.
Okay,
No.
tonight is going to be very aggressive, I feel like.
Braised oxtail.
I've done a couple of them, and they're really stressful because you're usually on a limited time, and usually you're competing against other people, which is the most stressful part. Not necessarily the ingredient.
We can always put a money value to it. Okay.
Oh,
I'm happy to receive or lose. I mean, it's just like I showed up to the gig. There's nothing to lose. I'm kidding. I don't want your money.
Okay, that's good to know. Nobody's getting paid today. That's awesome. Okay, so I chose 3 ingredients that you might have in your pantry at home, and I'm going to give them to Chef. He's going to take a couple minutes and formulate a plan and figure out.
Just jump in the car and drive back home, and you guys can just hang out here.
So I didn't have a black box, but I do have a produce box.
that is really Turkish.
There's no shortage of cardboard.
I'm not looking
right now. No, you can look. So here's your ingredients. So we have some oatmeal stout, some beer from our friends at 5 Roads next door. You ready? Oh God, are you gonna drink it?
Well, I gotta taste what it
Are you
is.
ready for this?
Oh, you're cleaning the fridge.
Pineapple and fresh pasta.
Oh, dude, no.
Fresh pasta, pineapple, and beer.
What's wrong with you?
This is gonna be really good.
It's not.
Do you want me to make something?
No. Let me have a glass of beer.
Glass of beer? Yeah. You gotta taste it before you know what
Well,
you're gonna make.
I gotta.
This is how people drink in the kitchen.
Yeah, but we're not allowed glass. So if it breaks, it literally doesn't get in the food. So,
There's a guy drinking from a wine glass.
well, I mean, this is not a commercial kitchen right now. This is for giggles and all that stuff.
I think you need shits and giggles. Is really. How's the beer, Chef? Is it inspiring you?
I hate oats and stout, but this is actually not bad.
It's pretty good beer.
It is a pretty good beer.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do with it though. I would love to serve this. I love Russell Brew. He's a cool dude.
This isn't Russell. Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
it
it
is
is
Russell.
Russell.
Oh, I thought it was from 5 Roads. Oh,
Yeah.
even better. It's from Russell. Okay, cool. So Do you need a few minutes to like go to the other refrigerators or the freezers or see
I don't know.
what you might do?
I don't
Do you
know.
need me to like entertain for a few minutes?
I want to traumatize you somehow, but we got guests, unfortunately.
Yes.
I gotta cook something. I'm gonna go classical on this one, but sure, you know, yeah, just entertain the guests for a second. Let me.
I'm a little nervous now.
I don't get
So
nervous.
Michelle's here working and Melanie's here working. So
Give me a second. Let me.
we're also so
That is a good pineapple. I'm not gonna lie to you. No,
black box competitions, just randomly different things on chocolate.
no, we can't do that.
No, we can't.
What would you do? Leave it in the comments.
Yeah.
What would you do?
Chef would like to know.
Really?
Yes, pineapple.
Is it? That's from Pemberton, right?
Pemberton? Yeah, no,
No?
I don't think they grow pineapple in Pemberton.
There's an actual what do you say? Exotic fruit farm on Salt Spring Island.
Yeah,
They do yuzu, passion fruit, and
kiwi, right?
yeah, I
Are you
think
just
so.
trying to burn up some time, or what? What's happening?
I'm trying to.
Maybe this wasn't a good idea after at the end of a very long couple of days.
No, it is okay. It's okay. It's okay. You know what?
Your water's boiling again.
Which is great.
So
We can't go wrong with the noodles. I'll go classical with this. All right, I'll do something. Probably, yeah, okay.
are you ready?
Never. But I need you out of here.
Okay, I'm going. Enjoy your pineapple and your beer, chef. I'll be over here, and I want to hear from you guys. Or maybe you have some pro tips for him, since he's always pretty liberal with the pro tips. Maybe you have some you'd like to share.
Get me back. Get back at me.
Okay, so
All right. So, you know what? Beer is a very hard ingredient to cook with. So I'm just going to reduce this beer to a pulp and see where it goes. I definitely need a drink though. Now with our pineapple, I think I'm going to use some of this in this dressing. All right, just I'm going to break down my pineapple. It actually tastes sweet. You know, when I cook, I usually like to use the ingredient in different forms, raw, or I will narrate my mind right now because I don't have a whole lot to say. Yeah. So I am just going to cook some of this pineapple into this beer. Okay. Some of it, yeah. Well, beer on its own, it's not like wine. Beer, unfortunately, as soon as you start cooking it, it just evaporates.
and it can get a little bitter too.
Exactly.
Depends how hoppy it is. Or
This is not going to expand and go crazy on me, are you? Just chill, man. Let's do some braised pineapple in beer. And since it's a summer season, definitely ain't going for a salad. And then, now to this, I am going to make you a little slaw. Let's do this. Like a little crunchy salad before we move on to the next course. Now, for slaw, obviously, since Angie gave me pineapple, I'm going to get her back with a serrano.
obviously.
Yeah. And then I'm gonna take my serrano and I'm gonna cut it into like small rounds. I'm gonna take this little white part off. Now, whenever you're doing a chili,
you got a situation.
hey, what's up? Of course, I got a situation. All right. Now let's move on to the other burner.
Ooh, let me get that for you, Chef.
Yeah.
I got you, G.
Is this what happens on? I've never seen that happen,
This is real life right now.
and I have to deal with it.
This is what happens all the time on Iron Chef. Haven't you ever watched it? Morimoto, he spills beer constantly. It's embarrassing.
Thanks, Angie. Now let's grab that beer, transfer it in a larger pot, so I got more room for expansion.
Ooh, smells good.
That might be me.
No, it's the pineapple.
All right. That was fun.
That was awesome.
Let's move. Serrano goes in.
All right, back in business.
Back in business. Now, you know what? Let's really get tropical. Uh-huh.
Nothing. Don't worry. Don't you worry about it.
All right. Now I'm just going to chop some cucumbers. I'm going for a nice and a really, really fresh slaw. Because it's the most sensible thing to do. I don't want to serve you pineapple carpaccio that you would do. I would serve that to a vegan, but not you.
So I just got to the comments, and Gladys is suggesting, Chef, maybe a hollandaise sauce with the beer. And Shelly says beer and pineapple glaze over some protein for an Asian-inspired pasta dish.
Well, unfortunately, we do not have. No, I do not do Asian-inspired pasta. Unfortunately, I just don't. I love. I'm not a senseless traditionalist, for sure. I always look at the tradition and think about it. How can it be made into technically maybe better? But there are lines that I do not cross. And Italian pasta is incredibly delicious on its own when it's done right. And it just doesn't need the personal take, is what it is. What do you think, Angie?
I am not necessarily a big fan of fusion kind of stuff either, but I have had some good ones, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, Chissà Tanto does a great job. You know what I mean? Italian, Japanese. Now, I am slicing up some endive for some crunch and extra bitterness for Angie. So that we have...
So, Veronica asked what we're drinking tonight, and I did forget to mention what we're drinking tonight. So, we are having some wine from our friends at Lakeside Cellars. This is their Pinot Noir.
Incredible.
So,
it is very buttery.
It's really delicious. So,
it is a
that's what we're
delicious,
drinking,
delicious.
Veronica.
It is a delicious. Let's break down another endive. Now, if you've ever worked with endive, whenever you touch an endive with bare hands, your hands will be bitter for the rest of the day. So don't freak out. You're not dying. It's just like a bitter lettuce, and it's sought after for it is wonderful, wonderful texture. It is a very underrated salad green, in my humble opinion. And the yellow endive is being harvested at night, because otherwise it oxidizes and it goes green. What else do we have here for a slaw? How are we doing here? Okay.
What do you need, Chef? Do you need something?
No, I don't. I thought it would be a little bit easier to talk and cook at the same time, but the first time, I'm just trying to have a little thought to the process. But oh man, okay. So any questions so far?
No, everybody's pretty excited. Stacy wants to be a contestant on this show.
Against me? Stacy, you should do better things with your time. Yeah, absolutely. Come and knock yourself out. It is fun. It is slightly stressful. If you can see me.
He's sweating.
I don't sweat, Angie. That literally never happens. I do not sweat because I don't move or exercise.
Oh, maybe that's just me sweating.
Worried?
Look, you have time to enjoy your wine. You're obviously not that worried.
I'm not worried. I'm just trying to. All right, let's have a little talk. So,
Chef, did you just taste the beer?
yes.
So Veronica's asking if the beer's a little bit bitter.
Bitter. It is not bitter at all, actually.
Is that because you added the pineapple in there?
No. It is naturally. It wasn't. It was. I don't know how you would extract any flavor out of oats. Because they're just the saddest food group of all.
The saddest?
I've never seen a happy bowl of oats anywhere.
Or oats.
Do you like oats?
I like granola. Yeah, when it's toasted oats and got maple sugar or maple syrup on it. Yeah.
Yeah, but then I'm hungry again in about like 2 hours. That's the thing about oats.
I'm hungry all the time, so
Yeah, in Turkey, oats are usually that's where I'm from originally, obviously. Are fed to the cows, so they get fat. Then we eat the cows, but mornings are usually for cheese, eggs. Oats, I don't know. Now, in my bowl of mixture here, I got radishes, I got cucumber, I got endive. All these flavors. Now, to this, let's see if we're doing a Asian theme. Let's just incorporate some ginger. Do you remember the ginger juice trick? If you're using ginger, the bitter of the flesh, the flesh of the ginger is bitter, but the juice is sweet. So what you can do, if you just want a fresh sweet ginger flesh flavor, you just grate your ginger, such as I'm doing, which is going to cause a big mess, but it's okay. And then you're just going to grab your pulp, and then you squeeze it onto your. Now I got fresh ginger flavor right in there. Now to this, I have a little bit of chili crisps. I want to add it to my sauce to make it slightly spicy.
What is that, Chef?
Chili crisps.
So it's chili, garlic. What else is in there?
Chili, onion, and fermented black beans. It is a drier condiment, which is actually accentuates. It's like the chili oil that you would find in the dumpling shops, but it is not as wet. It's more of a dry condiment.
So is it more spicy or more garlicky?
It is more fermented taste. It's more oniony. It's a little bit more oniony. So my slaw is here. I'm gonna add a pinch of salt to this.
So what's in the bowl, Chef? Endive?
Endive, radishes, cucumbers, ginger juice. Now let's taste one. Oh my God. It's pretty good.
We did a private Zoom class the other night, and Chef made a kind of like a Caesar salad with endive, and it was really delicious. Yeah, endive I think doesn't get enough action. Endive
is it's not very common to find in a supermarket. Outside of, I would say, like Lower Mainland.
Yeah.
It's not very common that you would see a lot of radicchio, but you wouldn't see any endive kicking around.
Well, endive's grown in Abbotsford, so it should be available here pretty easily because it's so local.
But at the same time, it is not very sought after people are still going for that mesclun mix. I can't even say
The mesclun mix.
mesclun mix.
Yeah, like I said, I don't think endive gets used very much.
Like, how would you be able to preserve flavor and texture from a lettuce from California?
Right.
And these are grown in hot houses, so they're just right outside the door. Right.
Veronica, she's European, and she uses endive quite often. She says it's very common in Europe.
Yeah, now what they do is, what we used to do was we either cook it in orange juice with brown sugar. We caramelize it in a pan. You add your brown sugar, you add your orange juice, and we usually use to serve it with duck. Or what you can do is you can cut it in half, wrap it in ham, put bechamel on top, a slice of cabbage gruyere, give or take, and then you just broil it under the salamander.
Yeah, that sounds really good.
Yeah, that's the Belgian way of eating it. Now, I'm gonna run and grab a little citrus, which I forgot.
Uh-oh. Da-na-na-na-na. Da-na-na-na. 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 It's like the Johnny Carson show suddenly. David's trying to plug something in here, so okay.
All right, now when we're making a slaw, obviously we will need some citrus in there. I also love starting my meals with a big bowl of slaw, like a crunchy salad.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It is a great starter. It's not heavy. Doesn't weigh on your system. One more pinch of salt.
I think, Chef, the most emails I get is about the amount of salt people cook with in a commercial kitchen. I think, we're called well seasoned for a reason. People
Fish sauce?
tend to under-season their food at home.
Well, here's the thing. The amount of salt that's being used in commercial kitchens is not bad at all. You know what's bad?
What?
Ketchup chips.
No, they're delicious.
They're gross, first things first.
Hey. They're no dill pickle, but they're pretty
Whoa. Whenever you take something salty and when you curve it with balance, so when you balance it with acid and spice and add a textural crunch texture, either chewy or crunchy, it automatically turns your jaw on. You create an appetite for it. That's what the junk food industry uses a whole lot. But that being said,
well, Veronica agrees with you, and Sarah's joining us tonight from Saskatchewan, and she says chefs use good salts, not the regular table salt.
Yeah, table salt should be banned from its existence.
So Chef Gladys is asking, what was the sauce you just added from the cabinet?
Fish sauce.
Fish sauce.
Fish sauce. We just added fish sauce. So we're just going for, since we're going a little bit tropical and I would say West Coast, actually. This is very West Coast.
Very West.
Yeah. So fish sauce is a great condiment for your pantry. If you don't have it, grab a bottle. Everybody loves anchovies and fish sauce. They just don't know that they like it. They just don't like it's in different forms. It could be anchovies, it could be Worcestershire sauce, it could be fish sauce.
Is that your first pro tip of the night? Oh, you love fish sauce. You just don't know it yet.
Right?
Right?
I actually stole that from Bobby Flay. I watched a lot of...
Bobby Flay was my imaginary husband for about 5 years.
Really?
Yep, and then
I wouldn't do him. Ew. Now, a little bit of black and white sesame seeds here, just for texture. Because I don't know what's going on right now.
Nobody knows what's going on right now.
Oh, the hell with it. All right, now, my slaw is nice and ready.
Wait till tomorrow when you have to replicate these recipes, Chef.
What am I replicating for? That's if I show up to work, that is.
Oh.
You know, have you ever wake up and like, yeah, I don't want to be that anymore. Turn the alarm off and go back to bed. A little marinated endive salad.
That's not even funny.
What?
You
It's
can
hilarious to me.
decide you don't want to do that in January, not tomorrow.
You'd be surprised. I'm kidding. I never, ever, never showed up. I never called in sick also. Simply it wasn't allowed.
It's not allowed here either, just so you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, FYI.
Now I got my, let's get you started on the plate like this. Okay. Man, I feel like a culinary student again. And then this juice goes into the salad, this pot here. Right? You don't waste anything. Come back. Come closer to me. Max. That's boiling. Now let's grab a spoon. Let's make sure this pineapple tastes excellent.
Barb's worried that David's so quiet tonight. Barb, David's figuring out a new audio-video system tonight, so he's very much in the zone at the moment. He's concentrating.
That might be his new career. The video. And a couple knobs of butter into the pineapple.
I'm pretty sure after the look you just got, that will not be his new career.
I got a look.
Oh yeah, he was like, oh no, bro. Nobody.
Yeah, yeah. Should we make it public?
What?
That I'm allergic to the word buddy.
You don't like somebody calling you buddy?
I despise that word.
Why? I mean, it's a good name for a dog.
Yeah, exactly. Not for an adult.
So Chef Veronica asked if we should add honey to the beer to make this a little sweeter.
No, I did not. And the reason for that is pineapple is quite sweet. So I am just going to take this braised pineapple, just like you would in some of the Asian dishes.
There you go, Shelly.
There.
There's your Asian influence, Shelly.
Okay, now I'm going to reduce this to the glass place, that is. And then I don't think this needs anything else. Are we tasting? Are we serving?
I'm dying to try this.
I swear to God, if you leave me a bad Yelp review.
Well, I'm going to yelp the hell out of this.
Just wait a minute.
Well, once the beer boiled over, it should reduce to nothing.
Yeah, but we have a few accents in there that it's going to save the day. I might actually reuse this recipe. Not the pineapple, but a stout that's been reduced. Well, this is actually quite demi-glace-like, meaning if you're a vegan, you know.
Is that one can of beer in there, Chef?
That is 1 can of beer reduced to 50 mils.
You got a rolling boil over here. Let me try that sauce, please, just by itself.
No.
Yeah, it's
Try
from
it.
the Yelp review.
Isn't it though? Tasty?
Yeah, I thought it would be, I don't know, I thought it would be a little bit bitter from the beer, but it's not at all.
I think it's delicious.
It's all right. It's good, actually.
It's good, actually.
Okay. Pineapple. Tell me again. Pineapple, tomatoes,
Cucumbers, endive, fish sauce, a little bit of chili crisps.
It's cold. It's warm. A little bit spicy.
Absolutely.
A little bit bitter from the endive. And the pineapple's sweet.
You sound like Guy Fieri right now.
This is Flavor Town. Oh my God. I hate that phrase so much. Flavor Town. It is not a place. It's just a stupid thing. Never say that. I will never say Flavor Town again, I promise. Okay, this is really good. It's so fresh tasting.
Exactly. Knock yourself out. Let's serve our guests.
Okay. So Shelly was asking about the fresh pasta. So our guests tonight are our staff who work here. Michelle, Melanie, David's here obviously. So I'll put David's here for a moment. They're just closing up the store now. It's 6:03. I think all the customers are gone. So Shelly, you were asking about the pasta. So this is a fresh pasta sample that we got in the store this week. We're looking for a supplier to provide us with fresh pasta in the store every week.
Extruded pasta, yeah.
Yeah, and so Chef D has a friend who has a company that's making fresh pasta. He just bought a new extruder.
And he has been cranking it. And if you've never had fresh pasta, it is one of life's greatest pleasures.
It is. So
it
we
is.
just happened to have this in the refrigerator because it came to us this week in the last couple days as a sample. So in the next, hopefully early in the new year, we'll be selling fresh pasta here at Well Seasoned. But that's where this comes from, Shelly. But Chef can talk to you about the difference between cooking dry pasta versus fresh pasta when he's busting out his next dish. So you have 20 minutes, Chef. Get busy.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Now I'm up to the pasta course. Now I'm feeling confident.
Oh, you are?
None of that. Of course, I don't mess with pasta.
Here's your wine. That'll help the confidence level, I'm sure.
It will. Now I'm feeling good. I can enjoy a drink. Pineapple and oat beer has gone out of my way.
No pressure.
Let's finish that glass of wine so I can drink the beer. Yeah, I did chug that. Now, this pasta is made by my dear friend Randy. This particular shape, so this is an extruded pasta, meaning that this is made with semolina, fine semolina flour, and water. There's nothing to it. It's a good method. He uses an extruder just to be able to make that shape. Extruder, what it does is you just put your water and your flour. It just makes the dough for you. You can use an egg noodle too.
So there's no eggs in this.
There's just water, but it tastes incredibly luxurious compared to dry pasta, and it's actually way cheaper to produce also. Meaning it's odd, you know. For some artisanal pasta, you would pay dried pasta. You would pay about $7 to $8 per package. I don't want to tell the cost and just like get everybody excited about how much money they're making on this, but this is has a lot of moisture still attached to it, so it will cook in a matter of a minute or a minute and a half. So it's a great convenience. It freezes exceptionally well, like any other dough. So do yourself a favor, come to Well Seasoned. I would say in about a week or so after after Christmas or after New Year's, after this craze is gone. Well, at least on our end, so we're very busy these days. And then we are going to. Then you can just grab a pack of these, go home. You will have dinner in about 3 to 4 minutes. Is what it is. And let me show you how easy this is. No, that's not going to work. Okay. Now, for like any other good pasta, this is called the radiatore. It's the shape of a radiator, not a car's radiator. But in you guys don't have that in here. But in Europe for heating, we have radiators at home. Like you would see them closer to the wall. It's it runs with. I've seen few in the West End in some of the few old buildings, but not so much. And that's the shape. Now, to this shape has got a nice scoop to it. So let's just do a little, very simple tomato ragu. This is passata, meaning it's just San Marzano tomatoes that's been just blitzed. And I usually just put a pinch of salt. If it needs a pinch of sugar, because every can of tomato has a different seasoning level, so you never know. And I taste it, and I just amplify the tomato flavor with a little bit of sugar and salt. And I'm just gonna keep this very, very simple. I don't like onions in my tomato sauce. How does the salad?
Very good.
Awesome.
You don't like onions in your tomato?
Tomato sauce. I like the onions in an extendedly cooked tomato sauce, but for a quick tomato sauce or like a basic tomato sauce, my go-to is garlic. Normally you would use a basil. Today I have tarragon. So I'm going to substitute that. Olive oil and canned tomatoes, fresh pasta, then we got Parmesan Reggiano that's been grated. And then we're just going to stick to the very, very traditional and take the edge of the pineapple for tonight.
So, Chef, it's interesting. I'm eating the salad, and when you eat the salad, you can't really taste the beer until you eat the pineapple.
Yeah.
And the pineapple tastes like the beer, but nothing else really does. It's the beer's cooked out of it, except because the pineapple went in raw, right?
Yeah. So here's the thing. We let me tell you the technicality of it. You have two options: either make an appetizer. Oh, you can grill the pineapple and put some char on it and serve a cooked pineapple.
Make
Yeah, but if you want to serve it as a main ingredient, I would grill a chunk of it and do a little maybe butter or rum glaze or whatnot. So that could have been a dessert. But then I'm out with the beer. Now beer, you can't just take it and pour it on top of pineapples. You have to cook it somehow. But if you can't flavor it with pineapple, then it's going to cook to nothing. So the only way to incorporate this is either make a caramel out of a beer, which I could have done, but that one's gone now. Well, I mean, you know, when your mind goes 100 miles a minute. So,
still a can of beer there.
Oh, you want a third course? Oh man, you guys are like bad relatives.
We're never leaving.
Hey, anyway.
Hey.
So, now we're doing traditional stuff. Extra virgin olive oil. Angie sells the best bang for your buck. Come here and grab a 3-liter jug and put it on everything. We use extra virgin olive oil and everything in the Mediterranean. You know that?
Everything. It's your gravy.
Yeah. I mean, in food, if the door is creaking, you can use for that. If you're going out for drinking, you can drink like half a cup. So
use it as a moisturizer on your skin.
I don't moisturize, but people do, obviously.
People do.
Yeah.
Not you. But
No. I like to keep it dry. Or you can just like, you know, have a half a cup of it just to lube yourself inside out. So that, you know, if you need like, you know, suffering from digestive problems, that'll clean you out.
Keep it PG, Chef. PG.
Okay, no poop jokes, Aggie. Anyway, but yeah, so we use it for everything. Just and Angie sells one of my favorite brands. It's the Côte d'Azur, right?
The olive oil?
Yeah.
Well, it's our own brand, the well-seasoned brand.
Oh yeah, you have your own too.
Yeah. The
It's
one we use in the kitchen in the bulk one is I don't remember. Shop, it's up in the pantry.
it's Côte d'Azur.
Is
It's
it?
Spanish. It's
Yeah.
Spanish olive oil. It's my
Very good.
I've been using it for 10 years in the kitchens. So it works. Now, how to build up a sauce. Hot oil, garlic goes in. You can hear the sizzle. My tarragon leaves. Now I'm extracting the flavor. You don't need much to do a great tomato sauce.
So Gladys just said that she lives in Albuquerque, and she says the only way to get fresh pasta is from the local Italian restaurant. And you know, this is why you want to make friends with your chef in your local restaurant. Because they'll sell you ingredients, or it's like having a friend that's a butcher, or just knowing your butcher.
Gladys, I have another trick for you. Get online, Amazon pasta extruder, $300. Now you don't need any more chefs or friends or anybody.
What?
Yeah,
I can
300.
get rid of you for 300 bucks.
As cheap as that.
There's a pro tip.
So am I fired? Can I go? I don't mind. I've been fired before. Uncle Fadi fired me. Did you know that?
Who fired you?
Uncle Fadi, pizza guy.
Oh, Uncle Fadi.
we still make fun of it these days whenever we hang out. My tomato passata, we won't need much. I would say 300 mils. And then we are going to aggressively simmer this or boil this until it spits back at a lava tomato. Bum, bum, bum.
So, Chef, is that just a plain passata tomato sauce in there?
With a pinch of salt or sugar. Which is important. Again, every single can of tomato, you know how they say, just put just curve the acid of the tomatoes and this and that.
Yeah.
So usually the trick is not just adding some sugar just to mess with it. Open your can of tomatoes. Some are extremely flat. Some are extremely rich. Some are just bland and bad and watery. And then you'll be able to gauge. What you're looking at is a slightly sweet and a salty tomato taste, just like naturally that happens in tomatoes.
It really depends when they were packaged, if they were ripe picked, and that's why you pay more for quality canned tomatoes.
Absolutely, I agree with you.
Right? When you buy crappy canned tomatoes that are 79 cents a can, they're packaged green and then they gas them to make them rid of the can.
It is. No, I think they gas them first.
They do.
Yeah.
Then
oh, really?
That's how it happens.
Tomatoes are important. I wouldn't pay more than $3 a can. You know, this your regular can too. I would suggest that buy an Italian variety that's affordable. There's a lot of brands out there that's imports from Italy and has a great price point. That would be a good solution. Or can your own tomatoes is incredible solution, which we don't. It's actually all of my Italian neighbors are doing it. I have a huge backyard, so I couldn't see that. Anyway, and then the third option is to go California. California produces some of the best canned tomatoes out there. Not every single one of them or every single brand, but most of them. Now, as you can see, I am going from watery to a pulpy stage. Whenever your tomato sauce will be ready whenever it starts spitting back at you. That's when the pasta goes in the water. Pasta water will take about 2 tablespoons per liter is a great seasoning spot. You want your pasta water well seasoned.
Right.
My glass is empty though.
Oh my gosh. How is that? Did you just curtsy right now? I feel like you did.
Curtsy? Curtsy.
Like in the queen. Never mind. Don't worry about it. Here you go.
Turkish, remember?
Yes.
More like hummus jokes.
More hummus jokes.
I can say those things. No, I can say I'm Middle Eastern. I can make fun.
Send your complaints to the Human Rights Commission. I feel like we're gonna get some complaints tonight.
Oh man, I'm gonna get canceled too. How do you like that?
All the Turkish embassy. We love Turkish people. He is one of you, so you know.
And the only one that she knows of. Now,
I know other Turkeys, just less Turkish people.
To our sauce goes in a decent chunk of butter, just to make it nice and shiny. Now, when this butter goes in, and my sauce is like molten lava, and let's just taste the sauce. It's my last spoon. It could use a pinch of salt. It could use a pinch of maple, just a tad. And let's give our guests a delicious, delicious bowl of pasta. Now this, come on. My noodles, hi.
Sorry, Veronica says that Turkish food is so flavorful. On her behalf, I'm asking about what is your favorite sort of Turkish recipe to cook? Do you have one that you kind of go to all the time?
It's not more of a recipe, but the style of cooking. You know, just like the like moppy stews and breads and stuff that you can dip your bread in, and that sort of food, like curry, rice, that kind of food, I truly do love. But I don't have a very, very traditional recipe that.
When I think of Turkish food, I don't think of like curries and rice.
No, the style.
Right.
Like stewy things with rich tomato and harissa and chili paste and all that jazz. My
Great.
ragu is looking great.
Lunch tomorrow's going to be delicious.
What is for lunch?
Turkish food.
No, we're having a pizza day tomorrow. Now, as you can see, it's only been a minute. And my noodles actually almost cooked.
Chef, do you prefer dry noodles or fresh noodles?
I do not buy dried noodles anymore. My noodles are cooked. And the reason not because I'm pretentious about it or anything. Because, well, I have access to fresh noodles. There's nothing wrong with dry pasta. It is a great convenience. At its price point around like 12, 13 bucks, I would still happily pay it. Or if you served it, I would totally eat it. But once you go fresh pasta, and that's how I spent my COVID time of rediscovering fresh pasta. You can't go back to dry pasta. It's not how it goes. Also, there's a new diet called you're allowed to eat whatever the hell you want as long as you make it.
Oh.
Now, yeah, I mean, if you want to have a large grilled cheese, yeah, but you make the bread. You know, you want to eat excessive amount of pasta? Sure, you just make the noodle. So that just kind of takes the edge off. So it's a good practice that, but it's not working, obviously. It's never worked and never will. I dropped another. Now, my pasta is been really nicely coated. It's not wet, as you can see. Now, I just because of the consistency of my sauce, I just added another knob of butter. Oh man, this is as good as it gets. Just to make it really shiny. Now, what you would like to do is grab a little bit of your pasta water. That's a soiled spoon, not double dipping. Let's get more spoons. Take some of your pasta water and ease up your sauce just to create a little bit of emulsification with the butter so it's nice and shiny. You don't want gunky pasta. You want shiny, glossy, good-looking pasta. Pinch of salt. Another pinch of salt. Pinch of pepper for warmness. And then last but not least, I'm going to grab a nice handful of Parmesan. This is going to tighten up our sauce. I mean, you put all that butter fat in there, of course it's going to taste good.
Butter, cream, it's like the
No, it's just butter, tomatoes, but
little pasta water.
Little pasta water that has the starch that's going to make it nice and shiny.
And the salt is in there too, so it's going to be flavored, not just plain
Yeah.
water.
What you're really ideally looking for is a noodle that's been covered with sauce, and it's not, the sauce is not, as we say in the pasta business, it's pissing on the plate.
What? No.
No, being like, just like going all over the place.
No, I know. I hear you. Oh, David's finally got something to say.
All right. Ooh, the apron is coming off. I might be close to, I might be out of the doghouse now. Oh, you never know. My life.
How's our timing? Whoa, 8 minutes to spare.
So you can really enjoy the food.
Oh, you do have some.
This is every child's favorite way of eating pasta.
Just a giant plate of it with tomatoes and some good cheese
Honestly, I used to do ketchup and yogurt.
and yogurt.
Well, we're Turkish, right?
Fancy. I'm not gonna lie, I'm looking forward to this. I feel like you made something similar to this maybe a week or so ago for our staff meal, but you added maybe some chorizo. Is it similar?
It is very similar. Yeah. That's mine.
Oh.
And then, again, when you have a plate of pasta like this, you don't need much presentation. Just comes on. Again, when you look at the pasta, it's not going all over the place. It's nice, tight, easy. And then we are just going to take some extra virgin olive oil just to put a glaze on top of it. Some gravy. Some Mediterranean gravy. And voila, sauce. There you go. There you go.
This is exciting, Chef. Not gonna lie. So this is fresh noodles with your tomato sauce. Uh-oh. Where did it go? Oh, man.
It's good.
It's very good. This is cute.
Hey man, leave me alone with my pasta pot.
Are you going to eat right out of the pot?
Of course I am.
Yeah.
I'm the cook.
Uh-oh. We have a... Oh, no.
Angie, you really need to learn to lock your door.
Oh, boy.
That's Jack
I
Nicholson.
received a message at Otter Co-op from one of your fans that at approximately 6:25, I was supposed to stop by here and drop off these cards for an Angie, a David, and a Deniz, and I'm also supposed to put this Otter Co-op to Deniz.
Oh, that's
So I'm supposed to
amazing.
drop these off to you, and you're supposed to open them.
That's my Christmas gift.
So this is, for those of you who don't know, this is Jack Nicholson, the Jack Nicholson.
It is D. Jack
He's the
Nicholson.
president of Water Co-op. He just came in. Anyhow, Jack, thanks for showing up.
He shows up in the random moment. Thanks, Jack.
This
You
is
really
crazy.
gotta lock. You really gotta lock your
Who
door.
should,
Now you're an
who's-
Otter member. What am I going to buy you for Christmas now?
I have to drive to Langley for shopping?
This is you.
I actually drive every day. Oh, thanks, man.
I'm like dying to know who this is from.
I mean, we're not opening. This is for Christmas,
Yes.
right? Open?
Open it. Ooh. From your on-air fan club. We have a fan club.
OnlyFans page? We're supposed to post some nudes?
No. Stop it.
Everybody's doing it. What are you talking about?
Oh my gosh. This is crazy. Who's our fan base? Our fan base. You have a fan base.
I gotta go Google myself now.
Wow.
Thanks, Jack.
Thank you, everybody. Thanks, Jack, for stopping by, and thanks to your fan base. Chef Deniz has a fan base, and David has a fan base. David,
Oh,
you have a
man.
fan club.
Me and Matt Damon.
This is
We
crazy.
got people of
So
it.
these are Otter Co-op gift cards. So,
I am so proud of this.
are you?
I wouldn't, just,
Well, you know what they
I don't do
say.
clubs a lot, but
Any club that'll accept you as a member is not a club I should belong to.
that's Woody Allen. That's a Woody Allen joke. I was gonna say it, but I'm like, well, I'll just receive it again. I can't just stop talking.
Oh yeah, we can make fun of it because
Can
you're
we?
in the club now. Whoa,
Oh.
what's your number?
122143.
Okay, so everybody should use Dennis's number for a little while so he gets
Get
his.
me the points. I want to. Do we have?
So for those of you who don't live close to
Thanks,
British
man.
Columbia or
Appreciate it.
here in Langley, Otter Co-op is a really good friend of mine. Jack Nicholson and the whole team at Otter are amazing community supporters, and they do so much for our local community, but the co-op movement in general across Canada is truly phenomenal. So I grew up, funny story, I was a little tiny kid in
I
Alberta.
just start drinking now.
I grew up, I lived with my
Take a minute.
grandparents for a couple of years when I was really small. My parents were getting a divorce, and I lived with my grandparents. And my grandparents shopped at the co-op in Calgary. And there was this really amazing co-op in our neighborhood. And they had this really cool playroom for kids. And you could leave the kids in the playroom, and you were supervised while you did your grocery shopping. So I mean, come on. I was like maybe like 5. I obviously wanted to go to the playroom because I didn't know I'd be grocery shopping professionally when I got old. So I went to the playroom. My grandparents dropped me off there. And I had the best time of my life. Some of my favorite memories as a little kid are at the co-op in Calgary. I made so much macaroni art, you wouldn't believe it.
What is macaroni art?
Come on, you've never glued macaroni to a
I
piece of
grew up
paper?
in Middle East. It's more like grenades and hummus and carpets, flying carpets.
Okay, maybe you and I can do we
What is
can do
macaroni art?
arts and crafts day during the holidays. So
We're not getting together, man. It's illegal.
we're together now. We can do it here.
Oh, yeah.
So macaroni art is when you take dry macaroni and you use Elmer's glue, which smells amazing, by the way, and also tastes
Oh,
alright.
that's where it all started.
I know that from when I was a little kid. So you take Elmer's glue and you put it on your little macaroni and you glue it into onto paper in the shape of art. So you make like maybe a Christmas tree out of macaroni, and then the pièce de résistance of the macaroni art, you spray it with like gold or silver spray paint, and then you give that as a gift at Christmas time.
Traumatize somebody, eh?
I'm pretty sure when my grandparents passed away, they had about 800 macaroni art
Really?
collages. Yeah, I was like, whoa! I spent a lot of time. In
If
that
we were to
co-op art
do
room.
like in like a Mac shop here, do I still get paid? Is
No.
that wow,
No, we're not doing macaroni art on payroll.
Well, they draw out the languages to macaroni art and
We should have like a throwback otter co-op day and do a macaroni art day. I think that'll be. Hey, maybe that can be.
I'm a
my staff
member
Christmas
now.
party this year.
I'm so excited.
I know, right? So I want to thank
I'm loving it.
everybody.
That's McDonald's, but I
I'm
think so.
loving it.
Yeah.
No, Otter Co-op.
Otter Co. Oh,
Okay,
oh, I'm
Jack
loving it.
always says if Otter Co-op doesn't have it, you don't need it unless you can get it at all season. I'm pretty sure that's what he says. I'm pretty sure that's how it
He
goes.
just shows up in the weirdest moments and disappears all the time too. I'm just
I know. He's like a little like garden.
he's got a nice house.
He does
He
have a nice
does.
house.
I'm sorry, my dog peed in the little fountain area there, but
Jack is badass. Actually, the whole team at Otter Co-op is amazing, but not as amazing as our like. I can't believe we have a fan club. I can't believe you have a fan club. It's awesome.
I worked
Well,
on
I
it for
thought I was
43
the only
years.
one in the chef.
All dudes, big ass sausage party,
Oh
or maybe it might be just full of just puppies.
yeah, no, it's hot babes in bikinis. I'm sure that are your fan base.
More puppies. More
Okay.
puppies. I'm done with that part of my life. Just,
Babes.
yeah, it's I spend my 30s
You're
actively. Anyway, just
pasta, sourdough, and wine.
no, I just want to get fat and interact with puppies and friends and just drink good wine, sip on good wine.
Well, I really want to thank you guys for joining us this year. This
This
has
is a
been
hilarious episode.
This has been an episode, all right. It's been fun, Dee. You did a good job.
I think this year was fun. People frown upon on 2020, and it was so hard for a lot of people. We lost people. I lost a part of me for sure, and all. But I think 2021 is going to be amazing. And the reason why I'm saying that I know that it's just like a little calendar flip, but everything starts with a little ignition or a spark, and it will bring. I'm pretty positive. Come spring, we'll all are going to be on our natural highs because we're all going to be get together again. Appreciate each other more because that's what we learned over this time that that having company is something that was we took for granted, and it's going to be the best summer ever because we're going to be able to travel again.
Travel even just locally.
Like,
Just
do you
to
know
be
what I
able
mean?
to-
Just that. So since you were locked down in your house, the next year we'll be same miserable people that we are. But, it goes away. But this spring, summer, fall, this year is going to be a natural high, and we're just going to do all those things that we miss. And I firmly believe in that. I think we needed this year just to evaluate what's good and bad and what's more important in your life. All that jazz.
I think as much as COVID has been really difficult for a lot of people, I think it's also brought a lot of things into perspective for people.
That's one
You
thing.
know, I think right now I see it here at Well Seasoned, and I see it when I'm out in the community. So many people are shopping local, which is so amazing to see. I've always been a huge proponent of shopping local, but I think people say, "Oh, I don't have a choice. I have to shop local." You know what? That should be your first choice every single day, shopping local. it's companies like Well Seasoned, like Otter Co-op, like Judiger Farms, like all of these people, Five Roads Brewing, all of these companies that give back to our community every day. I can't even tell you how much money Otter Co-op puts back into the community in terms of kids programming and seniors programming and just community centers and all the good they do. We've fed this year since COVID started. We've fed thousands of people here at Well Seasoned and didn't charge them a penny. We have literally fed thousands of people, and it's because of people like you, our friends, our customers, who said, "Hey, I really want to help. I see you guys are feeding the hospital." And by the way, we fed the emergency room today at Langley Memorial Hospital at 12:30, and we're feeding the night shift in 2 hours at 8:30 tonight. Chef D made them dinner, so we're feeding the emergency room tonight at 8:30.
Hopefully, we won't get a bad review again.
Hopefully, they'll stay off Yelp. Yeah. So, I mean, it's been kind of a crazy year. So, as much really crazy, crappy stuff came out of it, we've all got friends who've lost loved ones, and unfortunately, we've all sacrificed a lot in the last year. There's also been some really cool things that have happened.
It was no. I'm super happy with the outcome. I just learned that us is all we have.
Yeah.
It is. It really is. It's yeah. It's I can't wait to just go out there and hug my friends again.
Yeah.
I just can't. Like and I'm an introvert too, so it's just like even to that I'm like I really have just whatever. I'm not gonna get all weird about it, but
I'm kidding. So, I think the moral of the story is I really want to thank you guys.
How much are you drinking in that corner?
This is my second glass of wine, and I'm going to refill it because since we're cooking from the pantry tonight, look what I found in the pantry.
No more, please. Oh, okay.
No, not for you. This is our community red. Hey, this is Otter Co-op red wine. Jack, you didn't even bring this with him. That's amazing. So this is a glass of red wine I'm going to have because I have a lot of dishes to do before I get ready to feed the hospital tonight. So
I'll give you a hand.
Okay, maybe. I really want to thank all of you for joining us here on Facebook Live. We're going to carry on with this into the new year. I think our next Facebook Live class is January 7th, which is the second Thursday.
A week at a time at this time of the year. Just a week at a time.
First January, nobody will be hungover. First Thursday, nobody will be hungover in January. So I think it's January 7th. David's just maybe checking the internet to verify that. So
I think he's watching What Housewives?
He's looking for your channel. What was your channel? So we'll be back here Thursdays in January. It's January 7th. I just got to look this up. So if you guys have suggestions of things you'd maybe like to learn that's not like this, that's more of an organized, structured class like we've been doing, I'd be happy to hear from you. If you have comments or questions about any of the stuff that we've made this year, all of Chef D's recipes are posted online. I really want to thank Chef Craig Shearer from the Balance Turn in Abbotsford. Chef Craig taught some really great classes here in the summer when COVID was at the very beginning. And Chef Helena also taught a ton of kids classes here at the beginning of COVID.
Good goulash. Excellent goulash.
Yeah, so if you missed out on our dinner of the week last week, Chef Helena made her family recipe for Canary goulash, and it was delicious. Tomorrow is Shark Week. So
charcuterie, that is.
Chef and I are making.
We're not gonna just crank some beers and just sit in front of a big ass TV.
So Chef and I are making a ton, like a metric ass ton, of charcuterie boards tomorrow, which is exciting because I understand everybody really wants to have sort of an experience at home that they're not able to get right now at the restaurants that we're all used to going to enjoy. And New Year's Eve. Yeah, I know you can't go out to celebrate with your friends on New Year's Eve. This guy is going to make you dinner.
So I can't go out and celebrate either.
He's not allowed. Well, this is us, New Year's Eve.
I never go out. I'm usually sleep by 10. Actually.
Let's make some macaroni art. New Year's Eve. You and me. David.
Maybe. Let's talk about
We'll make some macaroni art. I'll bring the bubbles. So New Year's Eve, if you're looking for dinner to have at home and you live Chef Deniz is making dinner for New Year's Eve, so he's doing harissa prawns with lemon and preserved lemon and
roasted
yogurt,
garlic yogurt, and then we have little braised beef on the menu.
crab mac,
We got crab mac and cheese,
fresh
Dungeness crab mac and cheese.
cheese.
Do you know how many crabs that I have to pick for 60 portions?
That's a
60
lot.
times 4, right?
Yeah,
250.
portions of mac and cheese.
I regret that
And-
decision right now.
And
Just like,
Chef Melissa is making a passion fruit tart. And passion fruit is one of my favorite flavors of all time, so
It
I'm
is a
really
good
looking forward to
flavor.
that. So she'll be testing her recipes next week, so I'll post some pictures when she's done testing her tart recipes. So if you're looking for something to do New Year's Eve, you can pop onto realseason.ca and order your New Year's dinner made by Chef D and Chef Melissa. She's usually standing there. She's gone today because, you know, it's not total eventually.
yeah. Sorry, I'm gonna.
So
I'm buying
Dee,
a camper van and I'm just gonna start living outside now. It's just like,
we're gonna put a hookup outside so you can connect your camper van. So I really want to thank you. Thank you for being part of our family here. Thank you.
thanks
being,
for having me.
yeah, thanks for doing all this all year. This has been going on since like April.
Yeah,
It's been
April.
pure
Yeah.
chaos here,
Yeah.
and Chef D has joined our family permanently, temporary. So Chef D is our chef de cuisine.
I have commitment problems.
So he's working here full time until at least the end of March, hopefully.
Yeah.
And you know, Chef D is a professional culinary instructor. He teaches classes all over the Lower Mainland and the whole region.
I'm in
And
your
since
home.
nobody's offering cooking classes right now, Chef D needed an outlet for his amazing creativity, and so I was very happy to have him join our team full time for the interim. And you've done amazing things here, and we're really
Thank you.
happy to have you on our team.
It's fun. It's fun. It's fun. When you find a good, I don't want to say like,
Oh, just say it. I'm awesome. I'm an awesome boss. You're welcome.
anyway, let's skip that part. Give me a second. I'm just like, you guys are awesome. But
so hard.
some jobs are more special than the others.
Yeah, this is
And
very
it's not about anything else or having a job or just showing up and get it over this and that. I've never done it like that, but this is a special community.
Yeah.
You people are all special. I've done a lot of cold-hearted downtown contracts, which I'm okay with. But some of the jobs that I've done in the past, such as this one, such as Medina, Shambar, Dirty Apron, Maple Leaf Adventures, and this and that. Those were like, and Rivers in Rivers Lodge. Those were some defining moments in my career. Internally, that is not militarily, but yeah, I'm really happy that you guys have me here, and I really do appreciate it. This job saved my life. No, it did. After my puppy passed away, I was determined to not leave my room until whatever. But I just got up and started doing this, and it's all good.
Well, we're glad you're here, and we will take you for as long as we can have you. And I really want to thank our partners in these segments. So our partners this year have been so phenomenal supporting these classes. So we've had obviously Otter Co-op, we met Jack again tonight. Our friends at Kiss Consulting, our friends at Tours of Langley, Beautiful Farms. It was very good one. And gosh, we've had so many. DC Blueberries. I can't even list.
29. I think this one is a 29.
Yeah, we've
something
had
like that.
fresh scallops. Like seriously, we've had like the most amazing product to work with in the peak of season this year, and it's been really phenomenal. I really want to thank you guys for joining us. Gladys in Albuquerque, Sarah in Saskatchewan. It's like a whole global kind of community here that we've created at Well Seasoned, and so that kind of warms my heart. I hope you guys take some time during the holidays to cook some good food, to eat well, maybe share a bottle of wine with the people that you're allowed to connect with in your communities or in your little safe bubble. And hopefully in 2021 we'll be able to meet back here in person and
In spring.
in the spring.
In the spring, it will happen. I'm pretty confident.
We're tentatively planning classes right now for as it goes, that we can gather again in small groups and baby steps. So pay attention to our website, sign up for our newsletter. But thank you for joining us here, David. Thank you for being our cameraman this year. You've done an amazing job. And
His name is David? I thought it was Charles.
Charles, David,
Fun, buddy.
same guy.
Same
Same guy. So thank
Have
you
some
to
fish
everybody
sauce.
for joining us tonight. Merry Christmas, and we will see
Merry
you.
Christmas, man.
Merry Christmas, man.
We'll see. She's been talking forever now.
I have a lot to say. I'm so grateful to our community for supporting us, and if they didn't support Well Seasoned, I couldn't help support you. And it's all like,
No,
6 degrees of Kevin
it's
Bacon.
crazy right now how everybody is just going out for it. I'm driving a delivery.
Our battery died 15 minutes ago, David said. It's like the Oscar speech that goes on and on and on. Anyhow, thank you. And
Merry Christmas.
We'll see you in 2021. Cheers to you. Cheers to you.
Yeah.
Cheers to
Just
you.
a shot. Just a shot. No, it's good.
Here's a little. Cheers. Cheers, everybody.